And Kobe, I remember you saying that curiosity is such a valuable trait in a player. I bet the triangle was a very intriguing offense for you to learn and grasp.
Oh, yeah. It created such a system. It's like, jazz. When people watch jazz musicians orchestrating, it seems as if they're freelancing, but they're freelancing with a built-in structure. You have to have structure in order to be able to freelance and create these amazing things. And the triangle gave unbelievable structure. And, some of the people that I've talked to that have competed against the triangle and lost against the triangle, whether it was to us or to the Bulls, all lament about the triangle is the biggest crock of garbage. It's just you and Michael. Then I said, you know what? Let's have a conversation about that. Do you remember this play? Yeah. Okay, that play happened at the moment it happened with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter because we knew in the first minute of the game when we ran it, you did this defensively. So we said, okay, they did that. Check. Well, wait. Okay, now let's look at this action. Okay, this action, how they're playing this action. They're playing it that way. All right, check. Hold it. We'll wait. Interesting. Right? And so in the fourth quarter, we're able to take advantage. Why? Because we have a structure. From that structure, we know what you are doing, and we know how to counter what you're doing. All right? There's a reason Michael can look at Steve Kerr in the timeout and said, be ready. How would he know that?
Yeah, right.
How would he know that unless he knew every time he drove middle, Stockton was coming over to help on his dribble penetration? He could have made that pass to Steve Kerr in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Why did he wait?
That's good stuff. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Miami, they've got Whiteside. Wayne Ellington is out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Justice Winslow, and it's Magruder in at the 3, the small forward. Richardson kicks to Magruder. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Whiteside. Poke loose. Pulls it from the elbow. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, it's 7'1", and with the type of length that Whiteside has in terms of his grip.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now Ellington, he's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Magruder passes to Whiteside. Basket counts. Whiteside's got his second basket. Kobe, a lot of guys, once they stop playing, their bodies change. Yeah. Yet they still have the ailments.
That's generous.
But a lot of guys have ailments that linger on through their post-career. What kind of workout? We know you were just a workout fiend when you played, but what about now in retirement?
I work out hard.
Do you?
Yeah, it's become a challenge to say, because most players, when they retire, say, you know what, I just don't want to gain a boatload of weight, right? And so they just try to manage that. I don't want to manage something. I want to attack something. So I'm going to say, you know what?
Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah, revelation. And so I said, I'm going to train harder than I ever did because I want to look good. I want to be fit for my children. I want to be able to chase them around and be able to show up at some of these retirement ceremonies or some of these other things.
And looking like you did when you played.
Being in great shape.
Yeah.
So.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Back to Ball. Down low, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And the ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
And Kobe, you're staying in shape even now. Isn't it sad sometimes to see how a lot of guys don't do that?
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because you have a purpose to train.
Yes.
Now you wake up, you're like, oh, this is my purpose for training. Like, what do I need to be doing this for? I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And all of a sudden, those handles start creeping from the back to the front. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tomorrow's today.
My clothes don't fit.
Yeah.
My clothes don't fit.
Tomorrow should have been yesterday.
Kicks to James from deep three-point range. The Lakers rebound. Ingram passes to McGee. LeBron outside. 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And it's good. 2 points. Kuzma's got his first 2 points of the night.
A great assist there from LeBron. Going to try to set the table all night.
Now here's Ellington. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. There's Winslow, and the layup's good off the glass. Winslow's got his first bucket in this one. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. And they say the capacity for work is one of the great indicators for an NBA prospect, that motivation. Kobe, I can't believe you had a lot of trouble being motivated, knowing the way you are, the way you're wired.
Well, you just got to find what makes you tick.
Right.
Right? And sometimes it's harder for players to look internally and figure out what that is. And so as coaches or teachers or parents, it's our responsibility to find what that is in our children or players or students and bring it out.
Well said. Ball, the pass to McGee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. He's off on the first.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Miami trailing. Ellington kicks to Magruder. Dishes it to Winslow. The pass to Whiteside. And the layup is good. Whiteside's got 6. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ron right side. Kuzma against Winslow. The shot's good from McGee.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Ellington kicks to Whiteside. Ellington with it. Back to Whiteside. It's deflected. 6 to shoot. And here's Richardson outside. They get it back. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here is Ellington. Passes it to Magruder. And the rejection by LeBron.
LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block.
And some changes here for the Heat. Olenek, he's checked in for Rodney Magruder. Dwayne Wade comes in for Richardson. And it's Johnson in for Wayne Ellington. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Ingram. LeBron kicks to Hart. And again, the Lakers no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Let's talk about something that I know fascinates basketball fans, Kobe, having that competitive streak, which is something that runs deep for you. Talk about the desire to dominate and completely destroy your opponent.
Well, it's the spirit of competition, right? I don't think you're doing anybody any service by going out there and competing half-hearted. Right? If you truly respect the person that you're facing, then the right thing to do is to compete as hard as you possibly can against them to bring the best out of them. And that's on both ends of the floor. You can't be a one-way dominant player. You can't just compete on the offensive end and take it off on the defensive end. You got to play both sides of the ball.
Your motor never stopped. I mean, that's from our perspective on the sideline, watching you play on both ends of the floor, like you said.
Yeah, you got to keep going. And to do that, you have to train really, really hard in the off season. Yeah, that's a lot of conditioning. It's a lot of weight training, right? You have to train in extraordinary ways in order to do extraordinary things.
The Heat with the lead. Wade outside. And here is Waiters. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for JaVale McGee.
Still struggling to find some consistency as an offensive player, but Waiters does get to the free throw line a fair amount for a guy who shoots so many threes.
Rondo with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Now you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
The Heat have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Johnson, whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Lakers trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
James kicks to Caldwell Pope. Here's Hart. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's Rondo in the corner. To the middle. Here's Chandler. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Chandler's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Tyson's so experienced playing out of the screen and roll, so an excellent job slicing through the defense that time.
Pass to Olynyk. Johnson finds Wade. A fader. Off the left rim and up.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Olynyk.
Well, with a body like that, LeBron James can be as physical as he wants to be and just dare you into making contact.
Both shots good from the stripe. And as the focal point offensively, reading the defense, so critical to have that split-second reaction and trying to figure out where their defense is going in such a short time frame. It's amazing.
Well, that's part of the magic trick because it's already figured out, right, through film. So when I watch a game, I know what their coverages are. Right, so I know
you could figure out what, because there's so many coverages. I mean, let's face it.
But you know, they all kind of do the same thing, right? So when you watch the game, you know, if I'm preparing for the Bulls or preparing for whoever, I can look and see what their defensive packages are because they can't just throw something new in there, right? Because they've been doing this defense since training camp,
right?
So you're generally going to see the same rotations. So now I can put guys on the floor and set up the pieces to take advantage of that rotation.
The Heat trail by 3. Wade outside. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Johnson. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Olynyk against Caldwell Pope. They need this. And Olynyk with the lay-in. Olynyk's got his first points of the game.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Here's Hart. Olynyk with the steal. Wade outside. To the paint. Here's Waiters. Good D by Rondo.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Takes the 13-footer. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested. This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Wade passes to Waiters. Adebayo kicks to Olynyk. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can. And this group of shooting guards have helped out on the glass for their respective teams this year. In the 3rd spot, Dwayne Wade.
And these are sort of your do-it-all guys. I mean, even if rebounding isn't necessarily a priority for shooting guards, it's still something that helps your team get wins.
Well, the effort plays are very important. That's what these guys do. Like you said, the rebounds they provide from the off-guard spot can sometimes make the difference between winning or going home with your tail between your legs.
And it's slammed in by Stevenson.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Now, those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Olynyk against Stevenson. No good with the layup.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers on top. They're up by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. From undrafted to $50 million man, Tyler Johnson talked about what it felt.
I think when I finally heard that number, when they put the offer sheet on there and said $50 million, I mean, that's well documented that, I kind of got sick. I just know the journey that it took me to get here. It was a little bit overwhelming. So I threw up.
And credit Johnson's work ethic, Greg, putting himself in position to earn that big payday.
Great to see an underdog make it. And that's the kind of contract that truly changes your life forever.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
On the court for the Heat, Johnson and Wade are the 1 and the 2. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Adebayo, and it's Waiters in at the small forward spot. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Adebayo kicks to Johnson. He's looking for Olynyk and finds him. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Kobe, who is an early voice in your ear as you were just beginning your NBA career, who offered the kind of guidance and advice that you go back and look on and say, you know, that was huge for me to hear those words?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. He was extremely gracious.
Was he
my
really?
second year in the league, he said, listen, anything you need, just reach out. And to this day, I reach out, hits me right back. We'll have great conversations. We'll talk about family, things of that nature. But when I was playing, things were very tactical. I'd ask him specific questions about specific moves or a specific rotation, and he'd give me great insight.
I would love to have heard some of those conversations. You and Michael Jordan in the crux of your career.
Yeah.
I bet those were interesting.
No, it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
And the Lakers with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Hart, and it's Brandon Ingram in for Caldwell Pope. Back to Winslow. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Whiteside trying to break free, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. Puts it up, off the inbound, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. The Heat shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the free throw, no good.
Interesting with the game shifting to the pace and space about where Whiteside fits into the puzzle. He is still a double-double threat down on the inside and can be taken advantage of on nights. Richardson finds Winslow. Now Ellington, guarded by Kuzma. Here's Magruder. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Now here's Rondo. Ellington defending, and the pass to Kuzma. He dishes it to Ingram. 5 on the clock. Kuzma kicks to Ingram over Richardson, and it's Ingram missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And it's in there. Richardson's got his first bucket in this one. And for those of us who have never played at this level, it must be a thrill to contend against the best in the world. Also with that comes a lot of pressure. How do you handle the balance between enjoying the game and the pressure that's on you in the game?
I've never felt pressure. I'm not really sure what that is. I mean, you'll have moments where you'll make game-winning shots, and it's fantastic.
Never nervous.
No. At times where you'll miss it, and then people won't like you very much. But then the next game, you hit a game winner, and everybody loves you. And then you miss the next one, and everybody don't like you again. Right? So why would I stress out over quote-unquote pressure? It doesn't make any sense to me.
How about the responsibility to your teammates and to your own built-in pressures to perform like Kobe Bryant?
Even that, right? Yeah. Even that. There'll be games where you make them, and your teammates are thanking you for it. Times when you miss it, and your teammates are like, dang, man, you got to do better, right? So it's ebbs and flows all the time. And internally, I just do what I practice. So there's no reason for me to be nervous or apprehensive because I've done this shot thousands and thousands and thousands of times. I just have to do it one more time.
And they let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. LeBron comes in for Chandler, and it's Josh Hart in for Lance Stevenson. Passes it to Kuzma. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Right side against LeBron.
Like the way LeBron uses his body sometimes on the defensive end, is not afraid to get a little bit physical, especially after all that bumping he takes on the offensive end.
2 points. That one goes.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Ellington kicks to Magruder. Pass to Winslow. To the inside. Here's Whiteside. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Whiteside's got 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Kuzma. It's Ingram on the wing. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up, or he's gonna make you pay.
And Kobe, while you're in the midst of playing, not much time to sit back and gain perspective. Now that you're retired, does it sink in what you accomplished in this game?
Yeah, perspective now is one thing. You know, I let myself have that and enjoy that a little bit.
I bet.
And, but when I was playing, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
You would never sit back and say, you know, here's my 14th consecutive All-Star game. This is really an amazing streak.
No,
really?
Nope. I was always the next day.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
There's Winslow. Whiteside kicks to Richardson. They get a hand on it. Rondo with the steal. And that one's good. James. And it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, not many are finishing better than LeBron James around the rim. Too strong and too good.
And the Heat call time here. You look at James, what a contribution.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
Ellington the pass to Whiteside. Richardson kicks to Winslow. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Heat with the ball. Ellington dishes to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound Heat. Whiteside kicks to Magruder. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Saturday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Here's James. And another basket for the Lakers.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Ellington kicks to Whiteside. Now Ellington. The pass to Magruder. Shoots over Kuzma. And it's Magruder missing. Lakers leading by 13. Pass to Ingram. Here's Hart. Kuzma inside. He's covered by Whiteside. Outside Rondo. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
And so Miami again turning it over. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, you're just not going to win many committing turnovers at the rate they did. That was just outrageous.
So hard when it's weighted like that and you're competing and you're making mistakes, and then on the other end your opponent is playing flawlessly.
Pass to Kuzma. The tray. Magruder with the rebound.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
They get the rebound. Winslow. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Some stick-to-itiveness, Kevin. Winslow showing amazing persistence on the glass.
James looking it over. Ingram outside. Off target with his 3.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Magruder kicks to Richardson. LeBron with the block. But they recover it. Fires from deep. Here's Whiteside. Goes up again. Unable to get that one. James with some nice D. Rondo drives in. Pass to Kuzma. Lakers passing it around. Hart, no good. The Heat trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Winslow finds Ellington. And it's Magruder in the corner. No good on the 3.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Looking for Winslow. He gets it there. Ellington the pass to Winslow. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Winslow's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run.
And the Lakers with some changes. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Josh Hart. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Ball subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And a new group in for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Whiteside. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Rodney Magruder. Wade, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Wayne Ellington. Ball kicks to Kuzma. Olynyk with the steal. Johnson against Ball. Johnson the pass to Wade. Now the pass to Adebayo. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide-open man for the clean look.
Ball, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course, there's the Lakers, 5 games behind.
And when I look at the Lakers, gotta be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
No doubt about it. They're one of the top teams everyone's talking about, top to bottom. Everyone in the organization, that means front office, coaches, players, just done an outstanding job this season.
And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's checked in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Kobe, I know you can't stay any longer, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of our fans watching and playing the game tonight. Always a pleasure to have you drop by our broadcast.
No, thank you for having me, man, and anytime.
There he is, the legendary Kobe Bryant. And Brent, we know just how competitive Kobe was as a player, and it's always nice to hear a more reflective side of him when he joins us here in the booth.
Funny the things that you notice, Kevin, when you're in the booth here versus the role that you play as a player, especially for a guy who lives and breathes basketball like Kobe Bryant.
And no good, the dry spell continuing for him. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat trail by 7. Johnson kicks to Winslow. There's 42 seconds left here in the second.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Passes to Olynyk. Over James. Olynyk can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 9. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look from outside off the mark.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
The Heat have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. The first free throw is good. So Johnson hits 2 of them. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's James. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. So it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
Tyson, thanks. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hello to the people, Shaq.
Hola.
Kenny's here.
Ni hao.
And we're analyzing the first half of action. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 block shots, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Eddie, in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded.
Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spo has done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Eric Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Ingram is out there with ball, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Down low, Ellington. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Ellington's got 6.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Exactly. That's the kind of possession, ending with an easy one right at the bucket that you love to get early on. Builds confidence for the entire team.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. James, the pass to Kuzma. Back to James. And the dunk by James.
It's one of those nights for LeBron James, just setting the place on fire right now.
Here is Ellington. 6 points for him. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Right side against McGee. Lets it go from 11. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Hassan Whiteside.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Ball kicks to Kuzma. Now here's ball. Not a lot of room, and stolen by Ellington. Pass to Magruder, and stolen by LeBron. Now here's ball. Richardson cover. And it's ball that time on the assist from Ingram. 6 points for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Ellington with it. Good ball movement here by Miami. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Kuzma. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the referee.
We need the stats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, no, we do. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. James dishes the ball. LeBron outside. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 9 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And the Heat call time here. Last season, LeBron James becoming just the 7th player ever to score 30,000 points in a career.
Well, he's like a rare steak, Kevin. Obviously, he's not done. Might have the best shot of catching Kareem when it's all said and done in terms of total points scored in the league. Maybe approach 40,000, but ultimately, he's definitely in the top 3.
Inside, here's Magruder. Right through the D for the layup. Magruder's got his 2nd bucket. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Kuzma. Over to the left wing. Ball with a wide open look. They grab their own miss. James finds McGee. Count it. 11 points in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And there's the pass to Winslow. The dish to Ellington. Passes it to Richardson. In the corner, Winslow with it. Goes back up. Here's Whiteside. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
You have to do a lot of things defensively to prevent Hassan Whiteside from scoring. He is just an Adonis out there. Look at that body, and still gets those shots to go like he did there.
Pass to Kuzma. Now here's LeBron. He feeds it to McGee. Pass to Kuzma. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Ellington kicks to Whiteside. Back to Ellington. The pass to Magruder. From beyond the arc. Hands it from downtown. Magruder's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the 2nd.
And here is LeBron. 18 points for him. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Winslow. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Wayne Ellington. Now here's Kuzma. Guarded closely. From the line, McGee's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Floats it up for James. That shot is off.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
Here's Magruder. He's covered by Ball. Johnson outside. The 3-ball. Here's Whiteside. McGee with the block. Passes the ball. Shoots the 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 8th assist here tonight.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Kuzma kicks to Ingram. LeBron outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his 1st foul of the game.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the 2nd half?
A different look for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Whiteside. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Rodney Magruder. And the Heat call time here. There's so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career. in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
The Heat trail by 15. Wade kicks to Olynyk. Dishes it to Johnson. Pass to Adebayo, and there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game. Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. That one goes in. Olynyk's got 9 points. Los Angeles leading by 13. Now Ball. He's got 9. The feed now to Chandler. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist on the night. Miami's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Some changes for the Lakers. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Josh Hart comes in for James. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ball. Clock at 6. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Hart. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Heat.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Now, here's Wade. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. He kicks to Olynyk. The pass to Johnson. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. It's deflected, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Here's Olynyk. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. Kelly Olynyk, a brand nice pickup for the Miami Heat, 4 years and $50 million.
Well, thinking about a floor spacing big man, they like what they saw out of Kelly Olynyk in his brief time with the Boston Celtics. He's still young, has a chance to grow, but his skill set as a big is still eye-popping.
Beasley dishes to Rondo. Lobbed up there for Chandler. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Tyson Chandler getting up. Isn't he tall enough? Wow.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
Beasley finds Rondo. Count it. Rondo's got 8 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
The Heat trail by 16. Wade feeling it out a bit. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Olynyk. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Rondo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. And it's Beasley in the corner. Back to Rondo. 4 on the clock. To the paint, unloads from 9, and it's Beasley. That time in the assist by Rondo. Beasley's got his first bucket of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Tyler Johnson, the 6'4" combo guard out of Fresno State, very lightly recruited out of high school and undrafted in 2014. He has just had doubters every step of the way and proved them wrong.
Beasley kicks to Hart. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game. And they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
But they get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
The Heat trail by 19. Johnson, the pass to Wade. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Johnson against Rondo. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson outside. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Wade. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
On its way from Beasley. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, good awareness there to beat the clock. Now they have a break in the action to discuss some other things.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We come back right after this. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving. Okay? Get the ball moving. No holds. No holds. Okay?
Well, moving the ball is so important to these coaches.
I mean, it helps make the offense run smoothly, Kevin. When you move the ball, more scoring opportunities open up.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Miami, Johnson and Wade are the 1 and the 2. Winslow and Olynyk fill up the forward spots. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, patrolling the paint. To the paint, Beasley with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Hart. Snatched away. Johnson against Rondo. Johnson kicks to Adebayo. And Chandler sends it back.
Chandler takes his defense seriously. That's what he gets paid for, utilizing his outstanding length to stifle shooters.
And he knocks down the first one. And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens. Bam. Getting a dunk. Bam. Tremendous athlete. And he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
Lance Stevenson's checked in for Hart. And Miami also making a switch. Ellington's checked in. Caldwell Pope dishes to Rondo. Down low. Chandler, the pass to Beasley. Shot clock at 3. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles with another miss. The Heat trail by 17. Ellington inside the three-point line. And that one goes long.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try to lean.
Chandler's shot good.
Chandler skilled on the inside. Not many defenders are going to match up with his size down there.
And here are the Heat. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. Wade, a terrific shot on the turnaround. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. Outside Rondo. Back to Caldwell Pope. Rondo looking around. Shoots over Ellington. Rondo can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 17. Ellington with it. Wade outside. Unloads from 13. That shot missing, and the Lakers take it the other way.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Pretty smart in that situation as Rondo was scanning the floor and then with the ball makes the right call.
Wade finds Winslow. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Passes it to Ellington. Heat moving the ball around. Caldwell Pope against Wade. Over Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Wade. Lakers leading by 19. Rondo passes to Beasley. Can't cash in from close range. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Rodney McGruder comes in for Dwayne Wade. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged the bullet there.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboards.
But rooting out guys for his position and then outworking them, so you add fundamentals with the effort. Leader by example.
Rondo kicks to Stevenson. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Rondo. And the Lakers with another miss.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Ellington inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
And there's the foul. It's on Rodney McGruder. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Richardson, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Now here's Rondo. Ellington defending. Rondo finds Beasley. That one goes. Count it.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Winslow, the bounce pass. Here's Whiteside. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Beasley kicks to Rondo. Here's Caldwell Pope. And Chandler throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
And the second overall pick in 2001, Tyson Chandler, again, started his career with the Bulls, where he and Eddie Curry were supposed to be a new version of the Twin Towers. That never quite worked out, and Chandler had 3 different coaches there in Chicago in his first stint.
Looking at Chandler's evolution, Brent, things really started to change in New Orleans.
Well, he averaged over 12 rebounds a game there in his first season under Coach Byron Scott, and then a few years later anchored that Dallas defense during their championship run with Dirk Nowitzki playing out of his mind. But there's still a lot of talk from Tyson Chandler about the mentors that he had early on. Guys like Charles Oakley, Scottie Pippen, Antonio Davis. Those guys really helped him to stay on course as a young player coming into the league.
And he sinks the second. Brent, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
Hassan Whiteside, a max player for the Miami Heat, but I've heard some analysts say, Brent, that they question whether he's a Miami Heat type of player. Why is that?
Well, the Heat are built around a pretty much maniacal work ethic. There's a lot of grinders, and you look at Whiteside as a draft prospect. He worked out for the Heat and actually walked out midway through a workout, yet they stuck with him, they kept tabs on him, and they brought him in, and they've paid him handsomely to be out there and be impactful. That's got to be on a nightly basis.
Lakers leading by 19 points. Here's Rondo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Rondo's speed right there, a big help on that play. He uses it well to knife in there, get inside, pick up a foul.
And that one falls for Rondo.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like, as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
Ellington the pass to Magruder. Shot clock at 5. Back to Ellington.
Rondo sometimes gets it in his system that defensively he wants to disrupt the game, and he's doing it now. And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support. Well, Hassan Whiteside, a top 5 rebounder and shot blocker, and he led the league in both categories in recent years. One of the most formidable big men in the league.
Now here's Rondo. Defense is right there. And that one is good from Zubac.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Well, with Whiteside, a great rim protector, Brent, how do you deal with him as an opposing team?
Well, the best thing you could do, Kevin, is pull him away from the basket. Don't let him sit in the restricted area. That means involving him in pick and rolls where your guards can get some momentum and get by him so that there's no rim protection around for you to get the finish.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Rondo against Winslow. Rondo finds Zubac, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
And here's Winslow. Here's the teardrop.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And going up against the Pelicans, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Ellington kicks to Magruder. And the Heat, another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Now here's Rondo. Ellington defending. Now Rondo. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
You get into the painted area. Rondo's got great touch on the inside.
To the middle. Here's Beasley. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 21.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Richardson the pass to Whiteside. Ellington kicks to Richardson. Back to Ellington. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Ellington's got 9 points here in the second half.
And not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Beasley dishes to Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Plenty of space. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Pass first, always part of Rondo's nature, and the teammates he plays with always speak of it.
Ellington kicks to Whiteside. Back to Ellington. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beasley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah. Johnson inside. He's covered by Rondo. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball. Skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. 22 is their biggest lead. Out left to the wing. The pass to Zubac. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Well, at 6'4", Tyler Johnson does have good size and strength that helps him to see over defenders when he's passing the ball.
Zubac kicks to Stevenson. And the Lakers with another miss.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Lakers.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And it's Stevenson missing. Heat on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Johnson outside. It's stolen by Rondo for the finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Johnson finds Wade. Looking to get it going. No good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.